This is x prime. This is y prime. Yeah? This is phi. Or phi, or pho. It's not phum. Sure, it's not phum. So far, so good? Now, I'm going to put an arbitrary point in. Now, this point here has an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. This point here has an x-prime coordinate and a y-prime coordinate. Yeah? Doesn't, depending on what axes you're looking at. This point here is over this much and up that much with reference to this coordinate system. But if you turn your head, this coordinate here has this x prime coordinate and this y prime coordinate. Right? Isn't that like the ray that goes to that point? So I can either go on x over this far, up that far, or I can rotate and go over this far and up that far. So I'm going to put theta in here. This is phi, this is theta. Yeah? Now, I'm going to find out what this coordinate is in terms of xy. Yeah? X equals r cosine something. Cosine something equals some central angle equals x over r. By definition, unit circle, off the unit circle, right? So this means x equals r cosine of the angle. And by definition, sine of a central angle equals y over r. So that means y equals r times sine of the central angle. Yes? Definition of sine and cosine. What is the central angle here? This central angle, what is it? Theta plus phi? Or phi plus theta out here? Huh? And y equals r times sine of the central angle. What's the central angle? What? That's this point. What is that? What's the angle? Central angle. Yeah? Okay. Now I'm going to find x prime and y prime. So now you're going to turn your head sideways. This is in yellow. This is in yellow. Can't believe that was right there. Now I'm looking at this triangle. Yeah? So what's x prime equal? You're ignoring this. You're only looking at these axes. Just look at the yellow. The point didn't move. The axes did. It's the same point. So what is this x-coordinate? R cosine what? Theta. And y prime equals r sine theta. Why am I doing all this crap? What is the point? What are we doing? Let me rephrase the question. Why are we doing all this? What are we doing? No. Yes, be more specific. What is the point? You're losing the point with all these details.
Divide the equation.
To force
B to equal 0.
B prime equal to 0. You want to eliminate that xy term because it makes things harder. Unless you have a graphing calculator and solve for y. But this book was written before that. We're teaching you history here. Okay. So, x equals, we're coming up with the equations of rotation. Cosine alpha plus beta. Cosine, cosine, sine, sine, sine. How can you forget that? We're going to expand this. Alpha plus beta. Cosine, cosine, sine, sine, sine. Remember that? Okay. So this means x equals r cosine phi cosine theta minus r sine phi sine theta. Why are we doing all this nonsense? To rotate the axes to make b prime equal to 0. Catherine, you enjoying this so far?
No.
What do you mean no?
Like,
I'm showing you the absolute truth here. They're not going to show you that the rest of the day in any class. They're going to give your opinions.
I don't do a thing the rest of the day.
You don't do a thing the rest of the day?
I sit around, you know.
Why, do you pretend like your ankles hurt and you just go to the nurse?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You better get that healed up by next fall. We need a center again. You need a calculus student to be the center. Why?
I'm the only one who can count.
Yeah. You tell everybody where to go, right?
There's an even number of guys up here.
Yeah, and you gotta hike the ball at the right time. You screw up and the whole team screws up.
That's rough.
That's x. Y. This is x. Y is r times, we have to expand sine alpha plus beta. Sine, cosine, cosine, sine. Sine, cosine, same sign, cosine, sine. So far so good? We're just getting started. Y equals r sine theta, cosine theta. I'm just distributing the r. Plus r cosine phi, sine theta. I don't know what I said over there. Hopefully that's right. So far so good? So if you don't know what to do, substitute something somewhere. Oh, I got an idea. Should we separate you two?
no, just the way you said that.
What do we substitute for what? Michael's thinking. The rest of you, don't look at me. Look at the board. You substitute r cosine theta for x, or you put in x prime for this, and you put in y prime for this. Okay? I'm coming up with the equations of rotation. So I'm going to rewrite this over here. X equals r cosine theta cosine phi minus r sine theta sine phi. Did I copy it right? I just put these together. So you can put in x prime for r cosine theta. X equals x prime cosine phi minus y prime sine phi. We need this. Okay, the bottom one. Y equals r cosine theta sine phi plus r sine theta cosine phi. This is x prime. This is x prime. Y equals x prime sine phi plus y prime cosine phi. These are the equations of rotation. we will probably give them to you. If you had a Shanks book at home, this wouldn't make much sense. I've never seen it done exactly this way in a book. They do it weird ways. This is the easiest way I've come up with. Easiest. What?
I don't know how you got to this equation.
I know, because you were giggling half the time.
No, I don't understand why.
No,
you
yes.
changed
Yes,
parts.
that is why.
I can pay attention.
I like your outfit,
Oh, thank you.
but you're distracting people around you. What's the question? We got time.
How do you get those two equations? Like,
Oh, I
where you
took
are.
15 minutes to get there.
And I copied all that down.
Yeah?
I just don't get that.
Don't get what?
How did you get those two equations?
It took 15 minutes to do it. You want me to do this whole thing over again?
No, I understand all of that. And then when you put it onto this side, and
Okay,
then
do you see
said-
this underline thing?
Yeah, I get that.
I have three numbers multiplied together. Can I multiply in any order I want? So r cosine theta is the same as r cosine theta cosine phi.
Yeah.
I copied this right here. That underlined is this one. Then I put in this for that. And then I put in this for that. And I did it in both of them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just back substitution. So far so good? Why are we doing this?
Make B 0.
To eliminate the xy term. So, if you're taking notes, you better go to a clean page. You better turn your notebook sideways. Ax squared plus, Catherine, I know you're excited, bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Right? Really, I wasn't out late at a concert last night. I was studying this.
We're getting our money's worth.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't like you. That's why I don't like it when you mess. So, I'm substituting this in for x and this in for y and forcing the coefficients of x prime, y prime to 0 to get tangent 2 phi equals b over a minus c. Yes?
So after you get b equals 0,
No, that's going to happen at the end. That's going to happen at the end. All I'm doing is deriving this. And you know that discriminant thing? I think it'd be easier to prove that after you actually rotate. But the book didn't do it that way. Okay. So somebody that I trust needs to read me this. I think I got it. X cosine, y sine minus. So what's x? X prime, thank you, cosine minus y prime sine. Is that x? From over there in the circle? If we get this wrong, hopefully we're going to waste the day. Squared. Ax squared. We good?
Shouldn't that be I?
Hmm?
Y
Phi?
sin B? Yeah.
Phi?
Yeah.
Faux? Not faux. I love faux. Plus b x x prime cosine minus y prime sine y x prime sine plus y prime cosine plus, yeah, this is x, this is y, plus cy squared. C, this one's y, x prime sine, plus y prime cosine, quantity squared, plus dx, x prime cosine, minus y prime sine. Now, I'm going to erase this, we're going to lose the point. This falls out. all we're going to have is this. All we're going to have is these rotated axes. But there's only one particular place that it gets easier. All that good stuff gone. What a shame. I might need these. Might not. Those are the equations of rotation. Where am I? EY plus E times Y, X prime sine, plus Y prime cosine, Y. Oh, plus F equals 0. Now the grunt work. This is when you hire teaching assistants. A times X prime squared. Now, don't write it X prime squared because it looks like X to the 12th. Square the first term. Cosine squared phi. Is that term squared? What's the middle term?
Double the product.
Double the product. X, I'm going to put the X and Y together. X prime, Y prime, cosine, sine. We good? Square the last. Y prime squared, sine squared phi. All times A. Good? Plus B times this one times this one. X prime squared sine cosine. X prime squared cosine sine. This one times this one. X prime y prime cosine squared. Plus X prime y prime cosine squared. Where are we? We're here. Minus X prime y prime sine squared. Minus X prime y prime sine squared. Minus y squared, y prime squared cosine sine. Minus y prime squared, I forgot. Cosine sine. This is a squared. Where are we? C. Plus C times, square the first. What does that say? D?
Yeah, that's
What the heck? Got excited. Square the first.
X plus. 2xy
Plus or minus.
plus 2xy sine cosine.
X prime, Y prime.
Sine cosine.
Gotta know where we are. We squared that. We doubled the product. We're here. Nick! All right. D times X prime cosine minus Y prime sine plus E times X prime sine plus Y prime cosine plus F equals 0. Oh man, we got room.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, I know. You're right smaller. You gotta plan ahead. And Orange interrupted you. Glucose kicking into your brain now? You got it? You back? No. Okay. So now we have to distribute. Where are we going?
Nowhere.
Get rid of
Wrong. Where are we going? A prime x prime squared plus 0 x prime y prime plus c prime y prime squared plus d prime x prime plus e prime y prime plus f equals 0, whatever.
That's what we're doing?
That's what we're trying to
I know
do.
this.
We're trying to do this. So what is the only thing we care about?
Getting rid of B.
I could distribute all that. You want me to distribute all that?
No.
What terms do I have to find? But you don't need those. You only need this. You only need these and that. That's all you need. But we got to get this so we can use it. We already showed you where these came from. So, any x prime y primes? No, any x prime y primes? Any x prime y primes? No. Here. Any x prime y primes? In this one? Oh, x prime y primes?
You missed one.
There's another one in B. Right next to it.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know, we gotta check it out. Okay, so I'm only going, here's what we're gonna do. B prime x prime y prime is going to equal 0 x prime y prime. So I have to find the coefficient of x prime y prime, which is b prime, and set it equal to 0. So it's going to be the coefficient of all those underlined ones. So I have to gather those up.
Here's out.
Yeah? So, this is minus 2a cosine sine. Is that good? X prime, y prime? Minus 2a. True? Did I catch the first one? A times negative 2 cosine sine x prime y prime plus b times cosine squared x prime y prime minus b times sine squared x prime y prime plus 2c cosine sine x prime y prime. Is that, do I have it? Did I miss anything? Now, what am I going to set that equal to? 0. Why? Because you want this b prime thing to be 0. Can't I factor all of the x prime y primes out? Is there an x prime y prime in every one of those? So, I'm going to factor out all this stuff. Negative 2a cosine sine plus b cosine squared minus b sine squared plus 2c cosine sine times x prime y prime. This is this. Isn't that the coefficient of x prime y prime? I have no idea. I lost you back a half hour ago. Second cup of coffee since January. I really needed it today. Cosine alpha plus beta. Cosine, cosine, sine, sine, sine. Do I have it right? Cosine 2 theta phi. Cosine phi minus sine phi. Cosine squared phi minus sine squared phi. Is that the double angle identity on page 181? sine alpha plus beta. Sine, cosine, cosine, sine. We use those today. Sine of the double angle equals sine cosine plus cosine sine of the same angle is how do you guys forget this?
2 cosine sine.
We should have made you derive those. We got lazy. Well, we did. We should have made you derive them. We got lazy. Remember that test that we never gave you? I know.
You didn't
How many
give.
of these do I have?
You didn't give us a derivation quiz last year either.
Yeah, I'm getting soft. One monkey plus another monkey.
2 months.
Oh, thank you. Where are we trying to go? How do we do it? What do we do?
Substitute something somewhere.
Substitute something somewhere.
Put those in that one.
Substitute what in?
Sine 2 phi divided by cosine 2 phi.
You see this 2? Isn't it in front of sine cosine? So if you can get 2 sine cosine, somehow you can put this in for it. And if you can get cosine squared minus sine squared, you can put this in for it. So you're going to rearrange these terms. So how are you going to rearrange them? Oh! Cosine sine, and a 2.
Whoa.
So you have 2c cosine, this is not part of that. 2 cosine phi sine phi minus 2a cosine phi sine phi. Is that these two? Is that those two? Cosine squared minus sine squared. Plus b times cosine squared minus b times sine squared equals 0. Okay, now I almost did it for you. Factor out the second letter in the alphabet. B, good class. B times cosine squared minus sine squared. That's just this. So I can put that in for that. I need a 2 sine cosine. So what do I factor out of this? To
A and
leave
C.
a,
Use sine cosine.
to leave a 2 cosine sine 2 cosine sine. I wonder what I factor out of 2 cosine sine. The white ones? C minus A? Is that what's left? Are you guys worn out? Is that a true statement?
That's true.
What are we looking for? Man on a beach.
Tangent.
I don't see a tangent. Oh, we better substitute first. Sorry. We have to substitute. So what goes in for the yellow?
2
So you have C minus A times sine 2 phi plus B times cosine 2 phi equals 0. Okay, now you're looking for this.
Oh, you subtract.
Subtract this one to the other side. B times cosine 2 phi equals What's the opposite of this? A minus C times sine 2 phi. Divide both sides by cosine. Divide both sides by this. What do you have? Tangent 2 phi equals B over A minus C. Is that bad? You guys know, your parents knew first, or they were hopeful. You are the leaders of tomorrow. What?
They say that.
Then I get you. And I know you're the leaders of tomorrow. And then finally, by the time you finish honors pre-cal, you're going to walk like this next year into AB. And those kids that didn't have honors pre-cal are going to be like, in AB, there's going to be a couple of them, they're going to be scared. If I can't show the leaders of tomorrow this, who am I going to show? Oh, I'll do it next year if they give it to me. Okay, so what did we just derive? Tangent 2 phi equals B over A minus C. What does that do?
Angle of
It
rotation.
eliminates the XY term. Okay. For example, you got time, right? Good. Okay, now, I'm just going to do one. You're probably, I don't have any assignments ready for you. As soon as I walked in, Olivia was sitting out there, and then, so I haven't had time to Xerox anything. You need a day to absorb this. If you want to stop back for the assignments, we can do that. Okay. So, what is A? What's B? What's A? What's 1 over 0? Really?
No, it's undefined.
Undefined. Where's tangent undefined? So what's the angle of rotation? Pi over 4. Okay. So you know the angle of rotation is 45 degrees, pi over 4. So now you take 45 degrees and put it here, 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 and here. Okay, so we have, I already used this. So we have, maybe let me read this. X equals x prime cosine pi over 4 minus y prime sine pi over 4. Y equals x prime sine pi over 4 plus y prime cosine pi over 4. Yeah? This is 1 over root 2. X prime over root 2 plus y prime over root 2 equals x. Just wait. Y equals x prime over root 2 plus y prime over root 2. So what do you do with that? Substitute something somewhere. X is this. So I'm putting into xy minus 1 equals 0. X prime over root 2 plus y prime over root 2. Y. X prime over root 2 plus, this is minus, this is minus, this is minus, y prime over root 2. Minus 1 equals 0. Substitute it in. Can you boil this? x prime squared over 2. Plus minus is gone. This one. Where am I? This one. Minus y prime squared over 2 equals, bring the 1 over. No x prime y prime term. Now you turn your head sideways, 45 degrees, and you go root 2 and y and root 2 and x. So it's going to be like this, the box. These actually going up these asymptotes. So this is the same as y equals 1 over x. But there it is without the xy term.